Hi, everybody. Welcome to my kitchen. This is Becky Annunzio. I wanted to talk about some of the stuff that was in chapter 15, which was like psychological and the mental aspects of epidemiology and social epidemiology. Um, I guess I didn't even realize that social epidemiology existed. It makes sense that it does because our social lives and social aspects do help to mitigate disease or drive disease. But I guess I just never thought of like an epidemiology that focused on that. Um, and so in particular, I guess I wanted to talk about like the idea of social support and how social support can definitely help to mitigate disease and be like a buffering network for like stress. Um, and I always think about like when people migrated over to the United States and how they typically would like live in a community, which is where we got areas like Chinatown and Little Italy and many of our major cities. And how, that helped because there was people to watch out for your kids when they walked home from school and everybody knew everybody, so you weren't afraid walking on the street and somebody always had a hookup for a job if somebody was looking for work. And the idea that like in my husband's family, right, that like his grandma lived on the first floor, his single uncle lived in the basement, his mom and dad lived in the middle floor, and then his aunt and her husband lived on the top floor. They lived in a three flat. And how not everybody had to cook. One of them was cooking and they would cook enough for everybody. And so how that would obviously reduce stress on a person. But then at the same token, like all of the younger generations were taking care of, mom and dad. They were helping to maintain the building. They were making sure that they were financially stable if they weren't working or they were retired. And so I feel like society in America, like we've kind of gone away from that type of living. It's now maybe you grew up in the Midwest and one sibling moves to New York and the other sibling moves to California and you're really dispersed, and how important it is to find social supports if you're leaving your familial support, right? And so I don't know, I guess we really underestimate how the people that we have relationships with can really help to keep us well. I guess also they can make us sick. But like looking at it on the positive side, right? Like how they can keep us healthy and they can keep us well. It kind of strikes too to that TED talk that I had shared on Yellow Dig. I don't think everyone got a chance to watch it, but it was how to live to be 100 plus. Super interesting, the societies that they looked at and how these societies had three major things in common. One of them was that like moving and exercise was built into their daily life, that they didn't eat processed foods, and that they lived in a society that took care of each other, in particular took care of their elders. But at the same token, the elders then took care of the others. Like they were babysitting and they were picking kids up from school, and they might be making meals for the entire family. So that type of idea that like if we care for each other and we've got a strong support system, social support system, that we could potentially improve our health by reducing stress and things like that. I don't know, just something I found super interesting. It makes lots of sense to me, but to like read it in a textbook, I love that like we're trying to teach people this, which is great, right? Because I think sometimes in especially a social media world, we feel like we're being social, but yet we're really very isolated. And it's just a reminder that we need to be around people and that people people are good and can improve our health and our wellness and our longevity and reduce our stress. Even our dogs, like my dog makes me go for a walk every day. So that's awesome. Okay, I had a great semester with everybody. Sorry if my video went the entire 5 minutes. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season, and maybe I'll see you in future classes. Bye.